It's been 20 years and we're now 229 monsters deep in the world of Monster Hunter, and there's an official vote happening now for the top monster of all time. So let's get into our top 3 monsters and which ones we're voting for. But firstly, 229 monsters, I definitely forgotten a few of these because I don't remember it being this high. We definitely need a challenge out there for the community to name every monster without looking them up and see who wins. And we want to highlight our officially licensed Monster Hunter t-shirts, which are on a massive sale now on the run up to Christmas. So if you want to treat yourself or a friend, there is a link down below while sales last, because this is probably the last batch of this collection that we're going to sell, and it's massively discounted. But if we jump over to Band Dino's tweet, we can see some interesting results of a Monster Hunter Rise top monster poll for Japanese players and a 2021 poll for the most popular monsters. Interestingly, the fan favorite Zinogre ranks as number 1 in both of these, and it's not really that big of a surprise because Zinogre is a straight up awesome monster. But has he made it into our top 3? To start it off with number 3, we're going with Arekkz. With it being skipped in more recent games, Arekkz is in need of some love and we need to see it come back. It's both an iconic, interesting, and cool monster that was added back in Monster Hunter 3. Water combat is a contentious point in the community, and many people have been waiting and hoping for it to return, but it's just not happened yet. Even the community's retrospective expert SuperRad has co-signed Arekkz as a top choice, as seen here on Twitter, and it's definitely an easy choice, although it didn't quite make number 1 for me. With Arekkz having the ability to emit electronic fields from its spikes on its back, it can electrify water around it, and it's just an awesome monster. I need to see Arekkz come back. But what could our second choice, our number 2 monster be? Perhaps it's Rurikan's pick of Seething Basil Geese, a great choice for sure. Or maybe it's Father Girth's pick of Kurupeko. This was definitely 100% a top contender for us. But for number 2, we've actually gone with Nergigante. Perhaps one of the coolest looking new monsters added in Monster Hunter World. It's super fierce, it's really fun to fight, and it's overall super memorable and a really cool monster. And then on top of all of this, it has interesting mechanics with its hardening spikes, and honestly, Nergigante needs to be a monster to stay, and I hope to see him in the next Monster Hunter game. But finally, for the top monster of all time, could it be the official Monster Hunter Twitter page's pick of Brachydios, or Rage Gaming's pick of the stronger Raging Brachydios? Nope, not today, Bracky. It's got to be the king of Monster Hunter, Dodo Gamma. Shout out to one of the best bowgun experts out there in the community, Fumito, for voting absolutely correctly on this one. Dodo Gamma is definitely deserving of the number 1 best monster in the series. It's iconic on its own and just an all-round banger of a monster, I'm sure we can all agree. It's just such a good boy and it's won our hearts over, so while I fully expect this to flop, I think hashtag King Dodo Gamma needs to be known to the world. So I'm kicking this off with a tweet, and I encourage you to vote for our favorite rock-eating monster too. I will also say honorable mention and shout out to Rathalos, the face of Monster Hunter and perhaps deserving of the number 1 spot, but Dodo Gamma was just too funny of a pick not to go with. So tell us, what is your top 3 monsters in the whole series and why, and which one you're going to vote for number 1.